Hello, my paper peeps. Today I will be showing you how to add quote pages to enhance your scrapbook journals. This will be a tutorial on sharing how I add aesthetic quote journal pages in between my photo pages and journal pages. So let's get started. Now, I am a huge fan of archiving my photos in a scrapbook journal like this, but I find there are times when I just want to highlight an inspirational quote or a Bible verse or just artwork and let that take center stage. At this point in my crafting, I tend to shy away from the larger 12 by 12 layouts, so I can do these smaller layouts that still have that creative flair without requiring too much of a time or resource commitment. This first quote is what I call the stamp. A lot of the best quotes are found in our stamp collections that we typically use for greeting cards. Why not add them to your scrapbook journals? Here I use the technique I call taking center stage. It's a technique used by a lot of scrapbookers where they lay down ephemera at 3 points around a focal point like this to help center the image, or in this case, the text, and draw that eye inward. I actually have a video here that will show you different composition rules that help to set up your scrapbook journals if you're interested. And this video actually gives you 5 layout techniques I think you'll appreciate. So go and check that out. The next quote page is what I call the 3D effect. This one I think is great to scatter throughout your journals. Maybe 2 to 3 of these within your book will add interest, as well as take up some of those extra pages of paper in the journal that you want to fill up. Now, if you're anything like me, I sometimes get bored of a color palette and want to move on. Okay, actually, it's not boredom. It's the distraction from all the other pretty stamps and paper that I've purchased either recently or in the past that says to me, please play with me, please. And that's when I just want to move on. But I still feel the need to complete the project I started, so I found this was a good way to speed up that process. This one is simple. Here I used dies and punches, and then I also used 49 and Market's rub transfer sheets to embellish these pages. The first page is usually the larger circle, followed by smaller circle dies to achieve this look. Then I finished it off with a sentiment that fits perfectly inside the smallest circle. Now, you can seal off or adhere the pages together, but in this case, I left it just the way it is. I think I want to do more to the pages in between, but I'll just kind of do that later on. So far, if you like this video and the information you're getting, could you stamp that like button so it could spread to the rest of our crafting community? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. If you're new to my channel, my name is Christine, and I am all over the place with my scrapbook journals this year. Last year, I stuck strictly to one journal, which is my Sage collection, and I'll put a link to those videos at the end of this one if you're interested in other scrapbook journal techniques. But this year, I'm bouncing around because I have 2 kids who are now interested in journaling, but would like mommy to set them up. So you'll see me work through several of my collections throughout this year. Even though these are for my kids, I will still keep that vintage vibe, which, shockingly, they actually really like. So stay tuned for some neat projects and some free printables I want to give to you to help you along your crafting journey too. So here's my question of the day. What are your scrapbook page disruptors? Do you use strictly photo pages in your scrapbooks, or are there art and journaling pages interspersed? Or do you have any other things that you use to shake it up a bit and add a little more creativity? Share your crafting secrets in the comments section below so we can all enjoy shaking it up a bit. The last project enhancer / aesthetic journal idea for quote pages is what I call the Ransom note effect. And this style, known in typography, is really just cutting up magazine text that's used in your crafting, which avoids using like your recognizable handwriting. So it really takes on that stereotypical Ransom note appearance. Now, one thing I like to do is use some mixed media in my scrapbook journals. And here I'm using these watercolor pencils from Faber-Castell. Oh my goodness, I love these pencils. They deposit an amazing color that can be dispersed evenly with just water, so you can achieve a very soft hue or a more condensed hue, depending on what you prefer. I like to intersperse them with the Finetec pearlescence colors, and I'll put a link to these in the description box below. I obviously didn't use the different text fonts to achieve this Ransom effect here, but that's because I already liked the quote I found. And if you want to create this yourself, there is a font that you can get online called Persona non grata font that will help you achieve this. So go ahead and use that font if you don't have magazines lying around. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure you check out some of these videos if you want more scrapbook tips and tricks and how to shake it up a bit. So take care, and we'll see you in those videos. Bye!